Today is Ash Wednesday, and we are on the campus of Cal State Fullerton seeing what students are giving up for Lent.
Expect the possibilities of higher gas prices at the pump, and we'll also be covering an apartment fire that occurred earlier today.
Welcome to OC News. I'm Lauren Gross.
And I'm Samantha Perez. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton. Our top story. You've probably noticed people walking around with smudge of ash on their foreheads. It's actually a cross in observance of Ash Wednesday. It's one of the holiest days in Catholic religion. OC News reporter Genesis Miranda is here with more information. Genesis?
Many Catholics are observing Ash Wednesday today. Ash Wednesday marks the first day of the 40 days of Lent, a period of time dedicated to reflection and prayer before the Easter holiday. Catholics take these 40 days to reflect and give up something to improve their lifestyle, whether it be something like junk food, sugar, or even something like swearing and gossiping. Let's see what students at Cal State Fullerton are giving up for Lent. Hi, can you tell us your name, and as a Catholic, what are you giving up for Lent?
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Macias, and I don't really give up anything for Lent, but if I did, I would probably give up junk food and soda.
It's important to me because it's something I've done for 24 years now. It's kind of tradition in my family, and my faith is important to me, so, and the obvious reasons. And then you got to give up something good. So.
And are you giving anything up for Lent?
Yes, this year I'm giving up naps.
Yeah.
Thank you. As a Catholic, will you be attending the Ash Wednesday services today?
My name is Carolina, and I won't be attending tonight because I have classes all afternoon.
And will you be giving up anything for Lent?
I'm going to try to give up swearing and junk food. Yeah.
Thank you.
Ash Wednesday, what it means to me, preparation for Easter and sacrificing, you give up something on Ash Wednesday too, so sacrificing something. Jesus went into the desert for 40 days, 40 nights, and so you're supposed to give up something that's hard for you to do for 40 days and 40 nights. So I guess it's just preparation is what Ash Wednesday kind of means to me, and getting me in that state that this is the 40 days and leading up to Easter and his resurrection.
And are you giving anything up for Lent?
Instead of giving up something, I'm doing this year because a lot of people give up something and it's to better themselves. So this year I decided to go out of my way to help someone every day, or to and try to volunteer once a week this season, Lenten season. Yeah.
Thank you. So as you heard from some of the students here at Cal State Fullerton who are Catholic, Lent is a time to reflect and change something to improve their lifestyle. That's why, as a Catholic myself, I will be giving up junk food and also try to do more to help those around me during this Lent period. For OC News, I'm Genesis Miranda.
Well, residents in Torrance felt the ground shake from a startling explosion earlier today. Here's Tisha Abrea with the details.
Refinery in Torrance injured 4 people and damaged the facility shortly before 9 a.m. today. According to Caltech, the explosion was equivalent to a 1.7 magnitude earthquake. Firefighters arrived 8:50 a.m. and found flames most likely caused by gasoline, Captain Steve Dewell said. Repairs on the facility will be needed for a portion of the refinery, as well as shattered windows of surrounding buildings. 4 contractors were taken to Long Beach Medical Center for treatment of minor injuries. In a statement, ExxonMobil said all personnel have been accounted for. A smoke advisory was issued to residents in the area by the South Coast Air Quality Management District, but has since been lifted. One employee took to Instagram to share a photo of the incident, saying, "Thanks for the text from some of you. I'm all right. This is my day at work." Experienced and felt the blast of a big explosion that was in the ESP unit. Severe damage to the PTR unit also. And I'll just evacuated and on standby. This place is no joke, guys. For more information and updates on this incident, follow @TorranceFire on Twitter or contact the ExxonMobil hotline. As for now, gas prices are now more likely to go up due to the explosion. Soon after the blast, the price at gasoline trades has already spiked 12 cents. That's all I have for you guys today. Back to you, Sam.
A Rosemead fire, initially thought to be caused by a pipe bomb, was actually the result of honey oil. Residents of a Rosemead apartment complex are at ease today after a bomb squad investigating what appeared to be a pipe bomb gave the all clear Tuesday night. A neighbor reported hearing an explosion when flames at a home on the 4200 block of North Walnut Grove around 4 p.m., a Los Angeles County Fire Department spokesman said. Firefighters battling the blaze later determined to be a possible honey oil lab by investigators from LASD's Arson Explosive Detail Team, officials from the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department Temple Station said. Honey oil is created when butane is used to extract THC from marijuana. Its street names include hash oil or wax. The bomb squad was called to investigate as a precaution. About 150 residents from about a dozen apartment buildings in the surrounding area were evacuated, Los Angeles County Sheriff Sergeant Ed McKenzie said.
Next in national news, police found marijuana being smuggled in a very unlikely place. Can you believe a child's car seat? Tatiana is here with a complete look at the story and other top stories in national news.
Thanks, guys. Authorities in Oklahoma arrested an Arizona man saying they found marijuana hidden under a baby's in his vehicle. There was marijuana hidden in the car seat weighing about half a pound, and a 5-month-old that only weighed a few pounds more was supposed to hide it. Unfortunately, it's always hard to see children involved in such horrible crimes. Agent Mike Arnold with the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics made the discovery. He says he pulled over Andrew Charles Wild Jr. over for speeding through the I-40 Canadian County this morning, and that's when they smelled the pot. Arnold said everyone in the car tried to deny it at first, but Arnold and his canine scout had been doing this for so long they knew they couldn't overlook a child. Arnold is quoted in saying, "Whenever you pull over a car that has children in it, you just hope there's nothing in that car, and then when you do come across it, you go through a roller coaster of emotions." Wyatt was later arrested, and the child's mother retained custody of the baby. A University of Oregon said a freshman died unexpectedly Tuesday after requiring medical attention. The 18-year-old Lauren Jones was a member of the acrobatics tumbling team, and the university spokeswoman said the cause of Jones' death has not been confirmed, but could possibly have been because of a bacterial infection. A Lane County health official said 3 U of O students have been diagnosed and confirmed with bacterial infection since January. The university says it's notifying resident hall students and student athletes who came in contact with Jones. It's encouraging preventative medicine if they've been exposed to any bacterial infection. And the autopsy said the schedule's for this Wednesday morning. Court documents say Stacey Chastain gambled the money away and told her husband, Greensburg Fire Chief, that she wanted to replace the money but never did. Stacey Chastain, she first started stealing money from criminal cases in 2006, including more than $72,000 from a case involving an Asian massage parlor. It all started to unveil mid-December when it first noticed that money might be missing from the Greensburg Police Department property room. And now, former police chief Stacey Chastain told investigators she took to support a gambling habit. Her husband, Greensburg Fire Chief Scott Chastain, said she came to him in June 2013 to tell him what she's done, asking for help in replacing the money. They borrowed $57,000 from family members and then took it to a casino in Shelbyville to run it through a money machine and get the right denominations. But Stacey said that she never replaced it and instead gambled it away. Also, the prosecutor's office said it's too early to speculate how many cases the thefts could have impacted. Chastain is scheduled to appear in court on March 4th. That's about it for national news. I'm Tatiana Garcia. Have a great weekend.
With Oscar Sunday just 4 days away, here's Jasmine Canford with the weather forecast.
Yeah, hey, thanks guys. So last week we were all out there fanning ourselves because it was so hot. We did get up into the 90s last week. This week, not so much. With the Oscars around the corner, we are all wondering, is it gonna rain? Is it gonna be okay? Is it gonna be clear? Let's head on down and find out. Today, not so bad, 71 degrees. Our low tonight, 54. You might want to take a little sweater or cardigan to keep yourself warm at night. It is still kind of cool at night. We are tending to see warmer degrees in the mornings. Comfortable shorts and tank top weather. Humidity 55%. Last week we were quite dry. We were, in the 18s and the 10s. We are kind of heading up in the 30s and the 50s, so it is a little bit more humid. Our sunrise was at 6:32 a.m. today, and our sun will set at 5:38 p.m. today. We are seeing that later sunset, which is kind of nice. You can stay out later and not worry about getting dark too late, or too soon, I should say. Sorry about that. Let's go to our week-long forecast. Let's take a look at these temperatures. 75 tomorrow is our highest. Friday, 71. Saturday, 71 again. It is going to be partly cloudy this week. And Sunday, we do see that chance of showers on Oscar Sunday. I feel like every year we say it and it happens. It's not going to pour. It's going to be just a slight scattered shower throughout the day. 52 at night. It will be kind of cold, but again, we are going to have those showers for that Oscar Sunday. If you are going to head on down to Hollywood and see that show, you might want to take your umbrella with you. Let's go ahead and head on down to our national forecast. Let's take a look at those temperatures. We do see that it is still cold right here on the east. They are still dealing with the blizzard and the snow. And if we head on down to our west, we do see that it is higher temperatures. It's about average for us. It is like this every year this time. And it is a little bit colder on the west, or on the east, I should say. They are dealing with that blizzard. We hope to see that clear, and we hope to see temperatures warm up soon. Let's head on down and take a look at our traffic forecast. Live traffic feed for us today. We are seeing that 22 and the 5 and the 57. Typical, it is Orange County, it is Los Angeles. We are going to see these nice red conditions. It's traffic. What can I say? There's really no way to avoid it. Any freeway that you get on after 5, you can expect to see some kind of a bump. No major traffic alert that I know of so far, but if we do, you can check any kind of an app like Waze that will let you know if there is a traffic update. Let's go ahead and check our 91 freeway. You see it is starting to get a little bit red on this side. Not too bad yet. I would say hop on now if you can, just to kind of avoid any kind of major traffic and get home as soon as you can. That's it for our weather and traffic update. Ladies, back to you.
After the break, we'll have an update on Obamacare, and we'll tell you how ponies are being used for therapy.
It's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
Get ready for something new on your taxes this year. If you didn't sign up for Obamacare, and you should have, you might be paying more to Uncle Sam. Health anchor Alex Burgos is here with the details.
Got Health? The Obama administration expects millions more Americans will. More than 11 million people have signed up for or were enrolled for Obamacare coverage this year before Sunday's deadline. That's according to the administration. But as many as 6 million Americans who didn't have health insurance in 2014 may have to pay the penalty come tax time. The penalty for 2015 will be even higher. Obamacare enrollment will likely exceed its goal of this year of 9.1 million. We all know that, we all know that getting older means achy bones and gray hair, but it could also mean diminishing vision. But for some, it could lead to an injury called a retinal tear. Although it's not very painful, it can make seeing a lot more difficult. Here's Holly Furfer with the story.
An attorney and sports photographer, Rick Furfer is an active 72-year-old. Nothing slowed him down until one morning when something strange happened.
I noticed a couple of little lightning flashes with my peripheral vision on the outside of my right eye.
He called his eye doctor immediately and was diagnosed with a retinal tear. It's the tissue in the back of the eye that grabs the images that enter through the lens and translates them to the brain to tell you what you're seeing. The cavity in between the retina and the lens holds a soft, jelly-like fluid called the vitreous. And as we age, the vitreous begins to shrink and pull away from the retina.
Most people, they'll have either some light flashes, they might see a bunch of black dots, or it might be silent and they were really not aware of it. And then they simply notice a shadow.
If a tear is found early, the tissue around it can be burned or frozen to create scar tissue, which will stop the tear and keep the retina from detaching completely. For today's Health Minute, I'm Holly Furfer.
Oh, animals have been used as therapy for years, but one company is bringing ponies to the hospital. Let's take a look at how these ponies are doing as nurses. These ponies, also known as pygmy ponies, are very mild-tempered and gentle. This is a crucial trait because they have a very important job to do. They are therapy horses visiting the disabled, elderly, and sick once a month. 2 horses travel to Rush University Medical Center in Chicago to visit chronically and terminally ill kids. Studies have shown that animal therapy can help with pain management, and it gives these kids a chance to take a break from the reality of their illnesses and enjoy the simple pleasure of petting a pony. Back to you in the studio.
One of the most anticipated films of the year hit theaters this past weekend. Our own Christina Hilliard was at a local AMC on opening night to get the reactions of its audience members.
The long-awaited 50 Shades of Grey movie made its debut in theaters and roped in a record-breaking $82 million in its first 3 days.
Readers and non-readers of 50 Shades have come to see if the film lives up to the book's reputation. Some to compare, and some just to check out what all the hype is about.
Left a lot of little details out, which, there's a lot of little innuendos that I didn't see in the movie, but I still liked it. And I can't wait to read the second and third book. There was more, of course, physical activity going on in the book that I wish there was more in the movie.
They didn't get, they got some of the stuff, but they didn't get much of the stuff that's in the book. And it was pretty disappointing.
The book that sold over 100 million copies worldwide brought moviegoers to sold-out shows to see just how much this gray area would heat up their Valentine's weekend.
I read like 2 pages, I was like, whoa. I had to see the movie.
Honestly, the book was much better than the movie because it was in so much detail. So, yeah, I liked the book much better.
I thought it wasn't really that much of it. I was picturing maybe like most of the time, like they were going to have that kind of intercourse.
It was good.
It was
very
good.
intense.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Reporting for OC News, I'm Christina Hilliard.
Now here's Christina Flores with your entertainment news.
Thanks, Lauren. This week was a big one in the world of entertainment. It looks like New York was the place to be. Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week is coming to a close in New York. Designers from Michael Kors to Jeremy Scott had their collections grace the runways on the backs of some up-and-coming young models like Kendall Jenner and Gigi Hadid. 12 designers were showcased today, and they're scheduled to be 8 tomorrow to close it out. Also in New York City, the blue carpet in front of Studio 8H was packed with comedy's greats on Sunday night. Veterans and rookies of America's favorite comedy show came together to celebrate the show's 40-year anniversary with a 3.5-hour live special. The star-studded celebration featured some of SNL's classic skits, a tribute to the greats that have passed over the years, a tribute to the city that made SNL what it is today, and some hilarious new spins on old classics. Comedians, actors, and singers were there to celebrate 40 years of funny with the current SNL cast and vets. In music news, artist Drake has pulled a Beyoncé on us and secretly released a new album on iTunes last week. The album features 17 new tracks that haven't been released before. Tracks include features from artists like Travis Scott, Lil Wayne, and Party Next Door. Fans are hoping this means there's another tour in the works. That's all for entertainment this week. Back to you guys.
And when we come back, find out what's going on in the world of social media dating, along with the latest in this week's sports.
It's what powers our journey to reach unimaginable heights. It fosters a sense of yearning to create, explore, and soar. It strengthens our will to climb to the top. It's the bedrock of our conviction that nothing's impossible. It transforms us and sets us free to thrive and build lives of purpose. Titan pride is at the heart of who we are.
There's a new dating app that has people wondering if they should give it a try. Here's Lala Sum with what users had to say.
There's a new dating app that has college campuses everywhere swiping, and it's called Tinder. Tinder is an app that uses your location to set you up with people. Swipe left if you don't like, and right if you do. If both ends swiped right, then you're a match. You two are now able to message one another. Tinder allows you to choose who you want to see and who can't see you. You're also able to decide if you want notifications every time someone swipes right. And if you're ever feeling unsafe, you can report a problem directly to Tinder. Here's what users had to say.
Tinder is a great way to meet new people.
Tinder is for people who can't get with anyone in real life.
Tinder is a place where you meet girls.
Tinder is for losers.
Pretty, I would say pointless.
Tinder is for creeps. Tinder is my life.
No, I do not think it's a reliable dating app. The answer is because I feel like Tinder is like pretty like fake. It's like not real like information kind of, and I feel like to date someone like there's like other options besides Tinder.
Honestly, it's up to them. Like, it's fun at first just to see who's around you and, you know, like if you're bored in class or whatever, but I wouldn't recommend it if you're looking for an actual real relationship.
So is Tinder the right dating app for you? There's only one way to find out, and that's by swiping left or right. I'm Lala Sum for OC News.
An Angels versus Dodgers debate, Titan sports, and more. Maurice Pennington has our sports news.
Are you red or blue? No, I'm not talking about gangs. That is the question that the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Los Angeles Dodgers are asking. The teams have unveiled a joint billboard at Highland and Wilshire in Los Angeles honoring the 2014 Most Valuable Player Awards for Angels star Mike Trout and Dodgers ace Clayton Kershaw. It doubles as marketing for the Freeway Series, which takes place April 2nd through 4th and signifies the end of spring training. The Angels will host the Dodgers on April 2nd and 3rd, while the Dodgers host the Angels on April 4th. Mike Trout is the best baseball player I've seen since Ken Griffey Jr., my favorite baseball player of all time. So I'm going Team Trout on this one. Tweet each team and us at OC News CSUF with your opinion using hashtag MVP Kirsch and hashtag MVP Trout during the coming 6 weeks leading up to the series. Our own Cal State Fullerton Titans hosted a collegiate version of the Freeway Series last night as the LA-based USC Trojans came to town. After giving up a solo home run in the second inning, the Titans would take the lead when junior outfielder Davi Olmedo Barrera drove in 2 runs with a single. The Titans would then give up 4 runs in the 4th and another in the 7th. Down 6-2, Jake Jeffries and Josh Istill would each drive in a run, bringing the Titans within 2. That would be the final as the Titans dropped their home opener 6-4. Right across from Goodwin Field lies Anderson Family Field and the Titans softball team. Yesterday, I spoke with the team as they prepared for their slate of 5 games this weekend.
Coming out first weekend, beating Notre Dame, I think that was a real game changer, especially because we didn't give up both games. I mean, we may have not had such a pretty outing the second time around, but, we still battled. We didn't give up, and I think that opened our eyes completely because it showed that, they're ranked up high, and we competed with them, and we beat them.
After a 4-1 start this season and a top 25 ranking, the Titans dropped 2 of their last 5 over the weekend and look to move on from that as they head to Cathedral City for the Mary Nutter Classic.
I was shocked with our the win-loss record coming off this weekend. We, on paper, were better than our opponents, but it just shows that this game on any given day.
Those games, we have to just leave them in the past. There's nothing we can do about it. Of course, we didn't want them to happen. We expected to come out 5-0, but we didn't. So what we have to do is, okay, where did we fall short, and let's take that into practice this week.
The common denominator with the 2 losses, both were drop ball pitchers. So we cranked the machine, worked the drop ball today. We worked our live here on the field was all drop ball. We did front toss over here. Everything was low at the knees, just making that adjustment to hit that ball that's dropping off the table, be able to make an adjustment on that. So it just gave us more motivation.
Motivation shouldn't be lacking as the Mary Nutter features 13 of the top 25 teams in the nation.
3 of which the Titans face in their first 3 games.
You're going to find teams that participate in the World Series and Super Regionals and Regionals. And that's where we want to be. That's where we want to go. So it's the tournament for us to go to make sure that, we're preparing for that.
The culture's really changed to now where we are the same as them, and it doesn't matter who you are, what conference you're in, how far up you're ranked, we are going to give you a game. We're ready. We're ready to play the big teams. We're ready to play the little teams. So it's going to be interesting this weekend.
The Titans are swinging for the fences and confidence is high, but is it high enough to make a guarantee?
We'll be at the NCAAs. There's no doubt. We will be there. Mark my word.
300 of the top collegiate football players entering the NFL draft will gather in Indianapolis, Indiana this weekend for the NFL Combine. Here is my top 3 to watch.
Number 3, Leonard Williams. The 6'5", 300-pound defensive lineman from USC is projected by many to be taken number 1 overall. He is a big-time athlete for a guy as 300 pounds, and he will look to show off his athleticism at the Combine. Number 2, Marcus Mariota. The reigning Heisman Trophy winner had a phenomenal career at Oregon. However, it was in a system that has not historically prepared quarterbacks for the next level. He'll look to silence his doubters Saturday. Number 1, Jameis Winston. 1 loss, a Heisman, and a national championship in his 2 seasons starting for Florida State. Some may argue he had many more losses off the field. This is an opportunity for him to show why he deserves to be a franchise quarterback.
That's all for sports. Back over to Lauren and Samantha.
Plenty of people are out partying, but you've probably never seen a party quite like this, and you certainly won't hear it. Mike Sugarman takes us inside the growing silent disco scene.
You can see it, but you can't hear it. Dozens of dancers meeting up on a darkened San Francisco street. It's well past midnight. Part of a growing silent disco movement, giving a whole new meaning to the phrase, marching to the beat of your own drum.
You're in your own world. You're in your own world, and your friends are in their own world, even though you're listening to the same music.
This is what the dancers are hearing. Everything from live bands to dance-driven beats. Silent disco relies on specially designed headphones to keep the music pumping, just without any noise.
And immediately I thought, wow, there's our solution.
The concept is music to the ears of DJs like Robbie Kowal, who's seen the demise of musical events like the Northeast Jazz Festival, largely due to noise complaints.
With urbanization, gentrification, music has become noise has become nuisance, and people start complaining about outdoor music. So we started looking for a better way.
If you want to be right, and you're really, really upset about a certain source of noise, it's gonna, become my problem really fast.
Entertainment Commission Director Jocelyn Kane admits managing sound in a city like San Francisco is difficult. She says the agency doesn't have hard numbers on silent disco's effect on noise complaints yet.
I think the answer is we don't know what we don't know.
What these disco devotees say they do know is silent disco is less about the politics of noise than the joy of music.
Everybody loves music, but people need to sleep, so this is a win-win for everybody.
In San Francisco, Mike Sugarman, KPIX 5.
And one last thing before we leave you. It's not only Ash Wednesday today, but it's also National Wine Day. And Sam, I went wine tasting this weekend for the first time, and it was actually a really fun experience.
I've actually never had wine.
Really?
I'm not a big fan of the taste, but for those of you who are, please drink responsibly. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time on OC News.